Marhaba everyone. It's so lovely and beautiful to see you here today. I'm sure today you've gone through this situation, or maybe this week. You're in a situation where people come to you and you have to make a judgment, or maybe a decision. Imagine you're a parent and your kids are coming to you with an argument, and you're just listening to them. And you'll be seeing body languages, tones up and down, and they're arguing. And you'll be like, I need to make a decision on that. It could be a pizza day. Or maybe you're a manager. And you're in a meeting, 5 people walks into you, I'm like, you know what, we need to make this strategic decision happening. And you see dynamics, people doing this, people doing that, and just body language. You see it, you touch that. Yet, what I'm going to discuss with you today is something that we really don't feel. It's all that mixed feelings and internal dialogue. And this is all about the heart, which is our source of passion, our gut, very much intuitive, and the brain, which is very much analytical. And when we look for rational things, we reach out to our brain. Here I am in my CEO office. Beautiful office, honestly. Everyone walks in and says, Saeed, you're lucky to have that office. Got this beautiful view, honestly, on who's coming and who's basically leaving. One day, I was actually standing next to the window, and something caught my eyes. I was seeing someone leaving with a brown box. And you know what that means. This person is leaving. For whatever reason, they're just leaving. I was telling myself, when will my day be? And you know, my brain was telling me, Saeed, you're going to stick around until 2028, so don't even think about it. But you know, that day came sooner than I expected. So I'm here to basically share with you what it took my corporate mind. And listen, I'm a corporate junkie. I've been there for 23 years, and honestly, I could not see myself outside of the corporate world. And all the noise and all the internal dialogues that I had between my brain, my heart, and my gut. And honestly, just to give you a flavor, I'm a gut guy. You know, I just listen to my gut, usually. Don't tell everyone that. Very much risk-taking and very much spontaneous. But this one was really very difficult. You know, we all adore internal dialogues. Think of yourself driving your car to the office or wherever you want. You're definitely going to visualize what you're going to do on that day. 100%. What happens? You're just going to have feelings, fears, emotions are running all over. It could be like, you know what? I'm just going to be fired today. Or maybe I'm going to get that reward. But again, those internal dialogues are something that you don't feel. It's happening. Or maybe you are in the park and the sun is really smiling on your face and you see the trees dancing and you are in this beautiful state of mind. So fantastic. The feelings are just amazing. Now back to my time. I was very much in this state where I was like, you know what? Probably it's my time. And my gut was really telling me, Saeed, you know, buddy, you love freedom. It's your time. My heart was telling me, Saeed, what's up with you, man? You always wanted to do your own thing. Why the wait? But my brain was like, hold on, man. Hold on. That's not going to work for you. Are you nuts? You've got this beautiful office, man. Look at it. And the status that comes with it. You are a CEO. Really? What are you doing, man? You are living in these fantastic living standards. And by the way, you've got a family and a bank loan. So, Saeed, wake up. this will never work for you. Forget it. I was like, probably this is the first time my brain was probably telling me the truth. But again, just to shut off that, I did a simple calculation, being Saeed. Very much in my head, preliminary, but it made me really make the decision to say, probably it's time. So I negotiated my settlement, and I was like, you know what, brain? I'm sorry. Probably it's time I leave. Fast forward, last day at work, and guess who's carrying that brown box? It's actually me. So that night, I slept, everything was fine, woke up in the morning. You know the feeling when you have to get ready to go to work? I had that feeling. And the rush to basically get dressed and do this and do that. But again, I figured, listen, I'm not going to work today. I'm not going to go speed in the traffic. And actually thinking of what am I going to do in the day and figuring out what my lunch would look like, or maybe get dressed. It's just a beautiful feeling, right? It's freedom. It's basically what I wanted. But that night, my daughter, who's a smart pants, we were having dinner. And I was telling them, you know what, I'm just leaving. You know what, I made my decision, this and that. And she was like, Baba, so are you going to be a stay-at-home dad? And you know that dark cloud that you see? It was all over my head. I really could not see. I really could not see. And the feeling was so strong to the point that that CEO job thing was hunting me back like a ghost. And guess what happened? You remember my brain? Just showed up again with a smirking smile, like the one you have in your phone. And it was like, Saeed, you remember? I told you, man. You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it. Look at you now. You think you're independent? What happened to all those people who needed you? You were so much in demand. You used to be a CEO, the status that you have. Look at you, man. What have you done to yourself? And I was like, very much living in the past. Very much living in the past. And when you have that, you get scared and very much shaky. And that was exactly my situation. No more confidence anymore. You know what? Two things at that time I was thinking about. My family and doing my own thing. Although I made the calculation and it happened to be well, but I was saying, you know what? Probably I made a mistake. And my gut and heart were absolutely wrong. I should have just listened to my brain because it was spot on. You know, I just love mindfulness. I'm one of those guys who adore mindfulness. I teach meditation and I coach executives. This actually was not very easy on myself. Very difficult. This corporate life kept chasing me, kept chasing me, kept chasing me, kept chasing me. And I'm like, how am I going to get rid of it? Then, the shortest forced demand from my wife. She was like, Saeed, just get the hell out. Just travel, man. Do anything. Don't stay here. And I'm like, probably she's right. I took it really extreme. I actually paused my current life, my family, and everything else. I went for 10 days outside of my comfort zone. I could do a TED talk on that. That's not the intent of it. Now, day one passed, and day two passed. A lot of prayers. I was praying, journaling, reading. I was reading a lot. Day three passed. Day 4. Then, day 5 came. And you know the feeling when you peel a fruit? You see the end of that, the inner of that. That was exactly when I saw the inner Saeed, that playful side. And my values started to come back again, honestly. And you know what happened at that time? My brain just shut. It wasn't really working. And my gut, very much intuitive, came on again. And it partnered with my passionate heart. At that time, the most beautiful purpose just evolved. And my values, whatever my heart was telling me at that time, you're independent, challenge is not yours, became my new values. And then the magic happened. And I was like, just for the heck of shutting off my brain, let me do this feasibility study project, Saeed. So I looked at it. I'm like, my brain, listen, I'm going to do this. So I did the whole calculation one time. It took me one day, actually, because I was so excited. Did the whole calculation, put on my curiosity on. I challenged it to the point that, what if this happens? Took it to the extreme mile. And then I looked at it, so it was so beautiful. It actually would work. Did my action plan, and I'm like, fantastic. I enjoyed my last 5 days at that place. And I told my brain, listen, my friend, it's time that you carry that brown box. Now, what happened is that uncertainty is part of our life, be it a career, personal life, or your business relationships. Yet, we all want to grow. So it's always going to be uncertainty versus growth. These are 3 principles that I learned through that phase. The first one is reset your values when contexts are changing. I've always learned what brought you here will not take you forward. This is the first thing I have done. And then I have embraced independence, because you know what I did? I outsourced that. And that's not the right way to do it at this place. And I started to have challenge. I embraced it. And this is what helped me to challenge the status quo. Think of the future and not live in the past. Then the last thing, I've used curiosity as a fuel to redo this whole calculation. What happened is that, to gain back my confidence, I've used my curiosity and my calculation, and it gave me the confidence I wanted. Curiosity was very much all these ideas, all this playful thing that I had, everything. And I had that fear aspect in the past, but really curiosity opened doors for me, like crazy. But if you don't put it in a piece of paper, and this is where calculation was very important. So I did put it in a piece of paper, and I journaled like nothing. My iPad really hated me. And then I turned those into numbers. And this is the most important thing, because numbers usually talk. Because if you don't do it, it's just going to be a waste. And that's how I managed to turn this risk into a beautiful opportunity. It was just amazing. Let me share with you. When I left the corporate world, and I honestly miss it until now, it actually gave me the freedom I wanted. But it came with that uncertainty. It was kind of a buy one, get one free. And then, the unknown here is really inevitable. It's not a threat. It's actually not a threat. You will have to treat it as an invitation for you really to wonder. What happens is that, and what really matters is how you welcome it. And trust me, it's going to be the beginning of a new beginning. And that's how you reimagine yourself. Thank you so much.